They'll run. This is Jalen Warren. On down at the 21, a gain of 1.
21-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
It is 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Warren. Whoa. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. A gain of 17 yards. Good for a Steeler first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Warren. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Warren. Not much there, a yard or 2 down to the 48. Up from his safety spot, Jesse Bates makes the play.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 48-yard line, here is 2nd down and 7. From the gun, it's Howard. He'll find his big target, Pat Fryman. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 13. That's a Steeler first down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Howard. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And it'll be 2nd down.
35-yard line.
Working out of the gun, here's Howard. That is hot. And he's in. DK Metcalf. Touchdown Steelers. It's his 3rd touchdown catch this year.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. When you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield, it doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now, here comes a return from the 9. Set up well as he is past the 35-yard line.
At their own 36-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 36. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The Steelers take over first and
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished.
And he'll take it on in. DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That's his second touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. On for the extra point is Boswell. The kick is good. And the Steelers will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0.
First Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchdown. Hurts working in the pistol. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. From the 42-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3.
At the 42-yard line.
Hurts will work here from the pistol. The linebacker, Alex Highsmith, getting in to record his 9th sack of the year.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
On 3rd down, here's Hurts. That's complete. He's got it to London. Second time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Pitts is the man in motion. Moving to his left. Now, deep ball for London. And it's a big play. He's finally taken down. What a way to end the first. They can't wait to start the next quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. It's the Steelers with the early lead. And we're back to the Steel City after this. The Falcons have it to start quarter number 2 as they go to work on 1st and goal. Robinson. And that play took a little long to develop. They stopped it for no gain at the 4.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal. At the Steelers' 40.
To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. To the goal line and in. Drake London. Touchdown Atlanta. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
14. Falcons 7.
Touchdown. Out is Polk to kick this one away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
35-yard line.
First down with Howard. That's caught. It's Roman Wilson. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
To throw it on first down is Howard. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
This offense has to do a better job of generating chunk plays once he gets outside the pocket and they transition into scramble drill. Instead, nobody really uncovers downfield, forces him to make a difficult throw, and falls incomplete.
Howard now to throw it here on second down. He's got it about the 8. And he's in! Roman Wilson. Touchdown Steelers. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in. I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This fielded at about the 9. He'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. On first down, it's Hurts. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hurts to the air on first down. There's Kyle Pitts with the grab. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. To break the huddle, coming up now for first and 10.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Pitts is the man in motion. On the move left. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
They do a really nice job of taking everything away initially, but you have to keep the quarterback in the pocket, especially if you're playing man coverage. You simply can't ask your coverage unit to match up and cover that long.
To the air again, Hurts. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate. Like, we sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
Give, and here comes Robinson. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Alex Highsmith. He works his way in, and a big milestone sack. Number 50 in his career. Folks' kick is good. And the Falcons cut the deficit a bit. The new score is now 21-10.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. To the air, Howard. He'll air it out deep for Wilson. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete. Roman Wilson was the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing is Howard. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Throwing on 3rd down is Howard. Quick slant into the hands of Wilson. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to the Steel City after this. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. A run up the middle with Warren. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Jalen Walker there to make the play.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 33-yard line.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Now, Howard. He's got Frymuth open on the left side. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
It's a gain of 8.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line with the official signal. He's got enough for the 1st down.
Actually, a really nice play there defensively, Mike. And initially, I thought that penetration was going to bring him down in the backfield and bring up 4th down. But somehow, nice job by the back, angling his way forward. I think he's going to get this 1st down by about the length of the football.
The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. A couple of 1st downs to start this drive. They're 1st and 10 up at the 42. A 1st carry now for Rico Dowdle. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Howard. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Howard. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this 1st half. On 4th down, here's Blake Gillikin to punt. So we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports. Third quarter set to commence, and we're back underway here on EA Sports. Here comes a return from the end zone. And he goes nowhere. Buried back at the 15-yard line. On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Second down, 8 yards to go.
2nd and 8.
To throw is Howard. Oh, that swung out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Watts.
So we saw in the 1st half, Mike, they were willing to take some risks. It allowed them to build this halftime lead. Now the opposing sideline, they're looking to fight back. They're looking to cut that lead down. That's what that coverage seemed. It looked like they baited that quarterback to force that errant throw and lead to that turnover. Now it's their offense coming back on the field with a chance to cut this deficit.
Hurts looking to throw on 1st down. That's to the end zone. Where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be 2nd down now.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points. Mike, he got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Open receiver is Dodson. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Out wide, that's Robinson. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What's he going to do on 4th down? They'll go. It's Robinson. And he's into the end zone. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown. And, Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field and results in a nice touchdown.
The Falcons will line up for the 2-point conversion.
From the shotgun, it's Hurts. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points.
18.
To the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First down. That's caught right side. It's Freiermuth. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line. That is a big-time play for the Steelers. A pickup of 44 yards.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but that once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
2nd and 10. Here's Howard. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. To the air one more time. He's got his tight end. That's Freiermuth. And he's into the end zone. And they are making it look easy. Pat Freiermuth. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Look, Mike, I don't want to imply that they drew this play up specifically because this is when the league is celebrating National Tight Ends Day. But you got to admit, it's kind of fun seeing him score on this day in particular and join his fellow tight ends who've also scored throughout the league.
Fix the score. Steelers 48, Falcons 18. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. On first down, it's Hurts. Forced out wide. He's going to air this one out looking for Dotson. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 35 yards.
It's a gain of 35. And the Falcon first down.
Pitts is the man in motion. Forced out wide. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete. Bijan Robinson, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And it'll bring up second down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
To throw on second down is Hurts. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. That is Kyle Duggar in from his safety spot to record the sack.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Third and long for Hurts. Escaping to his left. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 50.
First down. A gain of 27 on the play. First down, Atlanta.
On first and 10, it's Hurts. This one caught by Tompkins. And he'll wind up getting about 4 before he's shown the sideline.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Here's second and 6. Now Hurts. He pulls it in around the 5. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown Falcons. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
touchdown. Out is Folk to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
At their own 23-yard line.
They'll start this on the ground with Waller. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Second down, it's Howard. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 45 yards. That's good for a Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
To throw it on first down is Howard. Again, working deep downfield. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback. They'll take over at the 20-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back in the field.
So these two teams take a long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down and 8. They'll begin the fourth by giving it to Robinson. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts to talk things over before third down. Backed up to his own goal line, Hurts. Now he'll air one out. That is brought in. And he will take this one in. 94 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Folks, extra point is good. And the Falcons have taken a 4-point advantage.
Steelers 28.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. This one taken at the 7. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now Dowdle. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 5. They'll run with Dowdle. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Here is a big one. 3rd down and 2.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Ground, it's Dowdle. And this is going to be a Steelers 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
I really like this play call here, Mike, on 3rd down. Yes, it is the 4th quarter, but you've got plenty of time remaining. So keep running your offense, stay with what's worked, and they keep it on the ground and pick up 1st down.
They'll run it right here with Warren. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 7. To the air, Howard. He'll get this to his tight end, Fryermuth. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Howard. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
On 2nd down, Howard. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
3rd and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success come 3rd down.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their 2nd. We'll talk things over before 3rd down. Howard to throw again. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he's going to have the Steelers first down. As this defense is too loose there. Gain of 19 on fourth down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll run straight ahead with Warren. Now trying to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
James Pierce. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the Falcons' 26-yard line.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Now on second and long. They'll drop to throw. That is caught. What a throw. Roman Wilson. Touchdown Steelers. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. And he continues to remain on fire. That is a rare NFL day. 5 touchdown passes thrown.
And, Mike, at this point, the defense just looks completely lost out there. I mean, they have no answers whatsoever, giving up the 5th touchdown pass of this ball.
Falcons 32. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's first and 10. Here's Robinson. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
Remember this one thing. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
Robinson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts left. It's first and 10. A Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's caught left side by Pitts. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. Double as good there. They get the first down and save a timeout. Plenty of room after that catch. Big gainer of 23. Here's first down. Throwing is Hurts. This pass complete to Tompkins. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down. They'll run with Robinson. He'll get a yard or two to the 8. Second and goal. Now a timeout. Atlanta. That's their first. And the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the ballgame. Second and goal. Shotgun snap now to Hurts. For the end zone, but it's batted away. Incomplete. He was open for a moment. Defense closed quickly, and now it's third and goal.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big third down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have fourth down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
Third and goal for Hurts. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
This game has certainly not been for the faint of heart, Mike. I mean, we've been riding the ups and downs the entire time, but what a job by this offense. Game on the line to find a way to score and take the lead with very little time remaining.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. This is 1st and 10. Gun, it's Howard. Got a man downfield, it's Wilson. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. And now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout. And they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ballgame. To throw here on first down. That's complete. It's Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, and that is going to do it. On the comeback for
it is infringed for many of the decisions of the outcome of this groups that settled. And it was a long and unfortunate and significant sojourn from there to 7th in South Carolina.
come away with
So there was a distinct French Huguenot strain in the lineage of George Washington. It came from his first American ancestor, Nicholas Meriton, a Huguenot refugee.